Now that we know what's inside a ROS workspace and how to create a Catkin workspace for a ROS application, let's go one step further into the source space. The source space contains ROS packages. All the code that we write, or some of those that we use from others with some changes, are organized in ROS packages. Here is an example of a few ROS packages within a source workspace. Notice that all the ROS packages starting with the name HRW-ROS are organized in the folder HRW-ROS. This is only a matter of convenience and file organization sanity. HRW-ROS is just a folder. What's inside that folder are ROS packages. Now, one of the major benefits of working with ROS is that we can reuse ROS packages developed by other people or organizations if they are useful for our application. These three packages have been modified from the Gilbreth ROS package from the Southwest Research Institute in the United States. And then we have some ROS packages developed by the course instructors. Remember, only put those ROS packages in your source space if you are modifying it. Not everything you need goes in a source space. If you are not modifying it, you can simply install the binaries of the package, and we will soon see how to do so. Let's now dive in the HRW-ROS_week1 ROS package. The package contains the implementations of all functionalities that we developed during this week of our course. As we go along the course, we will develop one ROS package per week. Notice that there are two files, namely cmakelists.txt and package.xml. The presence of these two files are what makes a normal folder into a ROS package. We will cover the contents of package.xml very shortly, and we will cover the contents of cmakelists file at a later point when it is necessary. Normally, the src folder is used for functionality implemented as C++ source files, and the scripts folder is used for functionality implemented as Python scripts. Since we will use only Python programming in this course, all our magic will happen in the scripts folder of our ROS packages. Now, let's find out how to create a new ROS package. A new ROS package can be created using the command catkin_create_pkg, new package name, new package dependencies. Just as a side note, for those of you who are unfamiliar with the way the commands are shown, the text in the angle brackets needs to be replaced with the actual name you want to use, and the angle brackets are to be removed. For example, here we see the output after creating a new ROS package. First and foremost, we can see that the catkin_create_pkg command is executed inside the folder HRW-ROS in the source space. Then we call our new ROS package HRW-ROS_week2. And then we state that the new package depends on the std_msgs package. This simply means we will be using some modules of the std_msgs package within HRW-ROS_week2 package. All dependencies of a newly created ROS package are automatically listed in the package.xml file inside the ROS package folder. In case we realize that our application depends on more ROS packages that we did not foresee at the time of creation, we can simply add that to this file. A couple of minutes ago, I told you that you can simply install ROS packages that your application depends on if you are not modifying anything in those packages. Here we will learn how to do so. And we saw just now that package.xml contains a list of ROS packages that your newly created ROS package depends on. With the command rosdep install package name, you automatically install all dependencies of your new package. An even better option would be to do this for all your ROS packages at once. This can be done with a slightly more detailed ROS dep command, and I once again say install ROS package dependencies as much as you can. You don't need the source files of all dependencies of your ROS package. Finally, a quick sneak peek into the devel space. The devel space contains the binary executables of the functionality coded in the source space. Also, the devel space houses the most important files to set up our project-specific ROS environment on our Linux terminals. These are the setup files. It is very common to use the bash shell in Linux terminal, and hence the command to source the project-specific setup files from the devel space. Alright, we have now acquainted ourselves with the ROS file system. Let's now make use of this knowledge in creating our own ROS application.